Wait before you give up. Wait before you say you can't come out. Wait before you say you'll never get it. Wait before you say you can't get healed. Wait before you say you'll never be a multimillionaire. Wait, because the word is going to bring you some hope. And notice one thing that Jesus taught. Notice this, Matthew 7:7. Notice this one thing that Jesus taught. Jesus said, ask. This is what he was up on the mountain teaching. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock. Tell your neighbor, don't put no door there. Tell your neighbor, just knock. Because see, sometimes what we want ain't behind a door. So don't put a door there. He didn't say knock at the door. He just said knock. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. Watch this. For everyone who asks receives. And he who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, it will be what? Is that a good message for somebody with leprosy? Is that a good message for somebody with an incurable disease? Is that a good message for somebody sick and the physicians can't heal them? Oh God, why is it a good message? Because Jesus did not limit who was able to receive. He said for everyone who asks. He said for everyone that asks. Tell your neighbor, Jesus is not prejudiced. And Jesus is not afraid of your situation. You better tell somebody, God ain't scared about what you going through. He said everyone that asks, guess what they're going to do? Receive. Everyone who seeks is going to find. See, that means if I ask right, I'm going to get it. If I seek right, I'm going to find it. If I knock right, it's going to be open. I'm going to preach to some dreamers today. I'm going to preach to some folk that's got big dreams. I'm going to preach to somebody that's tired of the bottom. It ain't right being on the bottom. It ain't what I'm supposed to be. I got to get to the top. I'm tired of being the tail. I got to get to being the head. I'm sick of being broke. I got to get to where my pockets are overflowing. But listen, if that's going to happen, I got to know how to ask. Sit down. Could it be you still struggling because you don't know how to ask? Could it be you doing without because you don't know how to ask? Power of God here. I said power of God is here. I don't know what you came in this house dealing with, but the power of God is here. You better listen to me to deal with what you going through. How can he say it? Because with God, look at James 1. We diving this morning. Because see, it's going to take some word to beat back what's coming against you. Oh, you know what Jesus did in Matthew 4:4 when he was led by the Spirit of God into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. Jesus put a whooping on the devil, the one that wanted to defeat him, the one that wanted to destroy him. He put a whooping on the devil using the word. Oh, God. And if you're going to put a whooping on what's trying to put a whooping on you, you got to use the word of God. You got to stop talking about, go on, devil. You got to put the word on the devil. You got to put the word on your enemies. You got to put the word on that sickness. Put the word on that situation. Come on, somebody. Any good fighters up with the word? Anybody know how to fight with this word? Fight and win with this word. Fight and receive with this word. Fight and overcome with it. Look at James 1:6. But let him ask or her in faith with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. Tell your neighbor, if you're going to ask, you have to ask in, finish it. What Bishop taught us last week, that faith equates what? Confidence. If I'm going to ask God for something, I need to ask with confidence. I need to ask God with assurance. Listen, that he can do what it is that I'm petitioning him for. Ask in what? Faith. Or ask with some confidence. Can I drop it a step lower? Ask with some boldness. Don't come before God asking, but you asking like a wimp. You asking like a coward. Come before him asking with some boldness. That's what the Bible said. When we come before the throne, he said, come to the throne with some boldness. Why? Expecting to get your needs met. Expecting for him to do what your job can't do. Expect him to do what your money cannot do. He know the bill is due. Matter of fact, he know that it's 27 days late. But when you come asking him for some money to pay it, come asking with some boldness, knowing that there is no shortage in heaven. Come on. Stop asking God like a wimp. Stop asking him like somebody that ain't been taught. Stop asking him like you've been in church for a week. When you have seen his power and what he is able to do, when you ask him in faith. That means when I ask, I can't doubt. Listen, period. Period. Because some of us like to clean up our doubting. Lord, I'm asking. And if it happened, okay, but if it don't, that's fine too, God. What? What? Lord, I'm asking. I don't know if you got time to hear me. I don't really know, God, if you really even listening to me praying. I've been getting up early before I go to work, before I go out the door. God, I've been spending time with you. It used to be 5 minutes, Lord. Now I done took that thing up to 8 minutes, and I've been talking to you before I go out the door. And Lord, I don't know now if you've been hearing me, but if you have, Lord, work it out for me. Why is that, Pastor? Somebody may say, well, why is that praying like a wimp? Sound good to me. That's how I pray. Well, listen, you asking like a wimp too. Let me tell you why. Because the Bible already told you that when it comes to the cry of the righteous, that he hear the cries of the what? Righteous. His ears are what? Open. See, just because God don't respond, don't mean he didn't hear. Come on. Ain't no need in you as a righteous person praying, talking about, wonder if God heard. Are you righteous? If you righteous, then you know he heard. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Notice what he said. Ask in faith with no what? Doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and what? Tossed by the what? By the what? Wind, in one sense, deals with doctrines or teachings that may come forth that cause people to be tossed to and fro. You know, when you believe in God for a financial miracle, and then all of a sudden you hear some preacher talking about it ain't about money. Money don't mean that. God ain't going to meet your needs for no money. You better do such and such and such and such. See, that type teaching may cause you to be thrown back and forth. Because you were thinking that God would give you money. And guess what? If you were thinking that way, you were thinking right. Because according to Matthew 6:33, he said, seek ye first what? The kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and all these things shall be what? Added unto you. But some teaching calls people to be tossed. But guess what? That wind, tell your neighbor, figuratively speaking, Wind also has to do with things people say. Talk. Tell you never, wind has to do with talk. Tell somebody that wind has to do with negative talk, pessimistic talk. Why you say that, Pastor? Because think about it. Every time you open up your mouth and talk, you blowing wind. When God done told you you healed, but then the doctor looks at you and said you are not healed, that's wind coming out of his mouth. And if you ain't where you need to be, that wind can toss you. The Lord said better here and better coming. That's really we going for the house. But then somebody tell you, you'll never get the house. You definitely won't get it this year. That's wind coming out of their mouth. And tell your neighbor, wind can toss things, including your faith.